Further Krishna says, Apane jafvati pranam prane panam tatha pare pranapanagati ruddha pranayama parayana apare niyatahara pranan praneshu jufvati. And there are even others who are inclined to the process of breath restraint to remain in trance, and they practice stopping the movement of the outgoing breath into the incoming and incoming breath into the outgoing, and thus at last remain in trance, stopping all breathing. Some of them, curtailing the eating process, offer the outgoing breath into itself as a sacrifice. So, here in the purport Srila Prabhupada has explained, this system of yoga for controlling the breathing process is called Pranayama, and in the beginning it is practiced in the Hatha Yoga system through different sitting postures. All of these processes are recommended for controlling the senses and for advancement in spiritual realization. This practice involves controlling the air within the body to enable simultaneous passage in opposite directions. The apana air goes downward and the prana air goes up. The pranayama yogi practices breathing the opposite way until the currents are neutralized into puraka equilibrium. Similarly, when the exhaled breathing is offered to inhaled breathing, it is called rechaka. When both air currents are completely stopped, it is called kumbhaka yoga. By practice of kumbhaka yoga, the yogis increase the duration of life by many years. A Krishna conscious person, however, being always situated in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, automatically becomes the controller of the senses. His senses, being always engaged in the service of Krishna, have no chance of becoming otherwise engaged. So at the end of life, he is naturally transferred to the transcendental plane of Lord Krishna. Consequently, he makes no attempt to increase his longevity. He is at once raised to the platform of liberation. A Krishna conscious person begins from the transcendental stage and is constantly in that consciousness. Therefore, there is no falling down, and ultimately he enters into the abode of the Lord without delay. The practice of reduced eating is automatically done when one eats only Krishna prasadam, or food which is offered to the Lord. Reducing the eating process is very helpful in the matter of sense control, and without sense control, there is no possibility of getting out of material entanglement. So these are the two types of sacrifices mentioned here. One is about controlling the breathing process and situating oneself in trance, and then how reducing eating and helps in controlling the senses is mentioned here. And a devotee eats only Krishna prasadam. A devotee is called mitabhak, means he is very little. He controls his eating and he does not eat anything which is not offered to Krishna. So in that way he is always controlled in his senses.